Cory, I want to again ask you, because I can feel a little energy through the TV here, right? Let's see if I have a special mind meld ability here, right? Over the past 20 years, where people sit on the political spectrum and their view about being anti-war sometimes surprises, right? Where we certainly know that sort of the pretense of the left is, no war, but we also know that there are people like those that are in the US Congress right now that say, well, you know what, we're not going to fund Ukraine, that's a forever war, we've been through 20 of those, don't want to do that. There may well even be people watching us right now who say, look, okay, not another forever war, pull out, stop, all the rest of it here. Do you think that growing cohort of people, including in the right of American politics, also when it starts to meld with, there's some numbers I'll give you after the break about Arab Americans who say they're just going to not vote at the next election if Biden continues to be pro-Israel. Do you see this as, again, a potential series of roadblocks to either what Michael's talking about or being what some people's expectations are about how America in particular responds to moments like this when a country is attacked by terrorists?
Paul, I'm one of those people now on the right who are opposed to war. I just think it's horrific, and I think a lot of the time it's engineered, it's not avoided, and it's not de-escalated when the opportunities are there. I think Ukraine and Russia, we've got enough evidence that that's the case. I do believe this is slightly different in the sense that we had a terrorist outfit that is not a legitimate government, is not another country, has gone in and butchered and slaughtered some innocents on the basis that they happen to be Jews. And I think they do, the Jewish state, Israel does have a right to take out the terrorist outfits. But that's not to say we need to have, an international war going on like we saw in Iraq, like we're now seeing in Ukraine and Russia. I think to fuel these things is crazy. We've got to look for ways off. But I'm also going to say I think this plays out through the lens of domestic politics. You're seeing that in Israel as well as you'll see it in some of the Arab nations, and you're seeing it in America. Joe Biden loves and needs more distractions than he can have. You've got a bunch of people there who are making enormous amounts of money through encouraging wars, and I think they're doing a huge disservice to America, and I think they're doing a huge disservice to the world. And that's not to say I don't agree with everything that Michael Kroger said previously about Joe Biden's strength in this. I just think we've got to start looking for an off-ramp.
All right, so apparently there are 3.5 million self-described Arab Americans in the United States. This poll came out from the Arab American Institute, and it says support for Biden has gone from 59% before the war to now 17% because of his position on Israel. Again, just stepping back from the morality here, base politics is base politics. 3.5 million people, that significant a drop, depending on the state. Do these sorts of things, do you think that this will start to colour Biden's worldview at all?
By the way, who's the candidate against Biden that they would then vote for?
Well, presumably they just don't vote.
Right.
They're hardly walking across to Trump.
Because there's another candidate. What was his name?
I'm pretty sure Trump's not going to be doing well in
Donald Trump, that's it.
Yeah.
They can vote for Donald. Well, I'd simply say this. There are times in political life, Paul, where if you're going to go down with honour.
Yeah, if you go down for the right reason as opposed to the pander.
If Biden lost because Palestinian supporting Arabs who go to rallies holding the PLO flag and signs saying from the river to the sea, if you lose the presidency because you lose the votes of those things, well, what a great way to be defeated, to go down with honour and respect. And Biden would be, if that was the reason he lost against the Orange Man, Biden would be revered forever, forever. There is principle in defeat occasionally.
Correct.
And this would be the greatest principle to die on politically. And I'm sure Joe Biden would think to himself, am I going to lose for that reason? I'm happy to lose.